The power of your subconscious mind. Listen, it's real. And we already know that by now. If you guys are watching me, or you guys are on the subconscious wave where you're trying to tap into yourself, tap into your knowledge and knowing who you are, I'm sure you've come across some videos, some books, and hopefully you've transcended to applying these information that you've learned for yourself into your own life, right? It's just really dope to know that you have the power of God in your hands, literally in you, okay, in your mind, in your third eye, your pineal and pituitary gland, which is literally the milk and honey, as Santos Bonacci would say. Shout out to Santos Bonacci. That man is a wealth of knowledge alone, okay. It's really cool because when you guys start to like operate from the stance of being Neo and really wanting to change your reality, depending on how much trauma that you've gone through, you'll realize that it takes a lot of effort, a lot of focus, and a lot of energy. And you're not going to be able to do it successfully if you're putting all your energy into something or someone, right? And that's a fact, unless you're putting it into yourself, obviously. And it's easier said than done, because let's say for a woman, let's say you get involved into a situation, a relationship, like I've learned that with myself, even, still recently, because, when it comes to like love and being in certain type of like partnerships and stuff like that, it hits a different button, right? But when you realize that you'll realize when you're putting in too much energy into somebody else, when things are not quite manifesting for you the way that you wanted or exactly what it is that you want. And it could be for several reasons. It could be because you're manifesting what the other person wants. It could be because you're not as focused as you need to be. And it also could be because you're literally giving your God-given talents and energy and force and power to another entity outside of you. And we already know whatever we focus upon grows, right? Whatever the mind believes and conceive, it will achieve. That's what you're focusing on. That's what you're gonna keep seeing. So if you keep focusing on negative, you're gonna keep getting negative. If you keep focusing on positive, you're gonna keep getting that. You're gonna keep seeing that you're getting into situations over and over again, and it's because your subconscious or your superconscious, your soul, your spirit, God, the spirit within you, that light force within you is trying to like tell you like, hey, listen, you came here to learn this. You came here to learn this information, and you asked to learn these informations and to go through these experiences. So until you learn them, you're gonna keep going through them. And you're getting mad at everybody else, but you need to remember you're the one that's creating your reality, so you need to be upset at yourself. So now when you get that kind of gist, you understand like, yo, your power is your own, and you need to find a partner and not go looking, because it'll come to you, because you'll be mirroring that back to your reality. That will be a reflection that you're going to hold within your midpoint, within your center, to reflect back to the world, for it to come and show that up to you. You don't have to go looking for anything, all right? You guys don't need to go look for anything. And when you realize that, now you get to start to redirect your energy into yourself. So some of the things that I do to help me with auto suggestion, and I got to tell you guys after this, I'm going to give you 3 things. I saw a leaf move. I was like, listen here. Okay. So one of the things that I do that was super powerful was auto suggestion, one of the self affirmation tapes that you could do in your own voice, and then you listen to them, at night while you're asleep, right? That has been proven very powerful for me. Like, I'll literally be overthinking about something and I know I can't get out of it, but what you focus on, it grows. So you keep doing things over and over and over and over and over again, and you got to get out of it, but you've created this reality where you're repeating something that obviously is not working for you. So now you have to change that. How do you change that? Changing your habit. one of the things that I did, again, like I said, is the auto suggestion tapes, right? With myself, my own voice. I'll say a few affirmations and then I'll loop it on repeat. And they have these apps on your phone that you guys can do this. And that has been proven super, 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 super duper duper successful for me. Okay, I've seen myself literally go from a rut, like going over and over again, repeating the same cycle, or watching something over and over again, or just thinking about something over and over again. And I'm a Virgo, you already know. If you're a Virgo, shout outs to you. Put yourself in the comment and let me know. You already know. If you're a Virgo, you're an Aries, you're an Aquarius, any one of these signs, like, you in your head a lot. You're in your head a lot, okay? In your head a lot, in your head a lot. Like, you overanalyze, or you just like excessively just keep repeating something in your mind. And I think it's because in our nature we're teachers, so we're trying to understand it, and it's good and bad. It's bad because you're keeping yourself in a rut and you're not moving forward or allowing yourself to learn the lesson and grow, or utilize it and grow. But it's good because it allows you to look at things from a bird's eye view. You know, you're able to look at things from multiple views, okay? So some people, they like to talk smack about Virgos, the negative traits and stuff like that, but it's also the positive traits. Not only is it also the positive traits, sometimes that's the same traits that people need in their life, and they don't have it because they don't have Virgo in their chart. Maybe because they were born within the 9 months of their months, and they didn't land on any type of like cell salts to benefit them that lands on Virgo. All right, so they don't have that cell salt. So you guys might have to go and get that cell salt for yourself that that benefits Virgos, or the other 3 months that you're missing, because everybody was born in 9 months. But that's another conversation. I digress. So yeah, so one of the benefits of that is that literally the more that I do it, like after 3 days, automatically, like I start to change. I wake up, my habits change. I go and shower, I do my mirror. Oh, I thought that was fire. I was about to say, I thought you can't have no fire in Prospect Park. My bad. So yeah, that, what was I saying? So yeah, that just distracted me. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, the more that you do that, like, yeah, I would get up and I would, do my habits will completely change. And the more I stick to that, the more that I do that, it's literally like, you don't want to be the world or somebody else's robot. You want to be your own. This body is yours. You're not your body. Okay, this is my body. I am not my body. Therefore, I get to tell this body what to do. And it's not to overthink about this man. It's not to overthink about these women. It's not to overthink about this situation that didn't work out for me. And this is another thing. When you start to do that and just embrace life and let it unfold in front of you, but just be consistent with affirming what it is that you do want to God, to the universe, you literally will see it start happening. That's been happening to me. It's been happening to me for years now. But this year has been so powering. I wanted to say powerful and empowering, both, to me, because I literally have been manifesting very quickly when I really start to like focus. Instead of being all over the place, because I tend to have like a lot of desires and passions, and I tend to have a lot of skills, and sometimes I want to do everything. But when I focus and I stick to the habit, and I stick to, the positive habit anyway, the reframing, the retraining of the mind, the programming, my body get into alignment and it does what it needs to do. Sorry. So yeah, one of the things is definitely self-auto suggestions. Do a tape for yourself. That really works. And I'm sure you've heard that from Brother Panic, a few other people. It really works. At least it works for me. It may not work for you, but try it and stay consistent with it. I'm talking about like 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, 90 days. Because some people are different. Some people, they could change their habit in 7 days, 14 days, 21 days. That's why you see these tapes. 7 days to retraining your brain, 21 days to reprogramming your mind. But not everybody, can actually become successful with that in 21 days. You may need another 21 days or another 21 days. You know what I mean? Because there's always things that get you off your path, especially if you're coming from an addictive behavior. Same thing like if you've been eating too much addictive foods, like you're addicted to sugar. You'll be good, you do the cleanse, you get off sugar and whatever, but then somebody offer you some cupcake, or you get some cupcake, you get some cake or something like that, you drink some alcohol or whatever, little by little it starts to come back. So you have to make sure you stay diligent into that change. A second thing that I've done is candle magic. Candle magic has been proven to be very effective for me because it gets me into a position where I get to be still. So when you're still, now you get to like utilize that kind of focus to really imagine exactly what it is that you want to see in your reality, what it is that you want to bring forth, what you want to experience, and really just become like the alchemist of your life. Okay. I like doing these kind of videos for this channel because I know the people that are watching me are either A, are in need of this information and they're actually going to do the work, or two, you want to see other people talking about things that you're hearing about, and you want to know that it's just not like a facade, right? So you're searching for the information, or you're already doing it because you want to do it yourself. And I like that. I like that. So let me tell you guys, before I tell you the third thing, let me tell you, there's a show that I just finished watching earlier on Netflix called Hypnosis. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch that movie. They literally talk about, auto suggestion. They talk about MK Ultra. They talk about they talk about all these things, everything that we've been talking about, everything that you've been learning, from everyone that came before us with the knowledge. You know what I mean? In the conscious community, or even outside the conscious community, when you start to read on different books and stuff like that, they're talking about everything. And it's funny. I remember I had said something to someone a couple of years ago, and then they saw it on TV, or they read about it on the news or something, and then they started to believe it. And I was like, it always takes the government to show you something, the TV or whatever, to show you something that somebody had told you long before for you to believe it, and it is what it is. As long as the information get out there. I used to be like, it's really sad, but to be honest, you're on your path, and I honor you being on your path because I'm on my path. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trucking. One thing I've learned is to never try to go back, and save anybody. You're here to save yourself. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So the last thing that I do, which one can I give you guys? The last thing that I do that helps me, I'm doing it right now, is literally coming out here in nature. I don't really like, I'm going to be straight up with you, I don't like coming out here when it's cold. But for the first time this year, I went, with a partner at the time. We went to the beach. It was snow all over the place. Okay, we went to the beach, and I've never done that. Took our shoes off, put our foot in the water and everything. My toes is done. Okay, just so you think like, oh, so what? No, my toes they were crying. They were crying. I didn't stay in there long, but they were crying. But it was a new experience for me. And I remember my homegirl always used to be like, when was the last time you did something for the first time? And I embrace those new experiences because they not only allow you to create new neural pathways in our minds, but it also allows our brains and our minds and our bodies to have new experiences. And that creates a frequency. Hold on, I don't know if you guys can hear me. That creates a frequency that puts you in the receiving mode. Okay, and when you're in the receiving mode, you get to better not only see your manifestations quicker, but appreciate them, and you get to be in a state of gratitude for them as well. So 3 auto suggestion to help you retrain your mind that has been proven to me to work for me based on everyone that I'm listening to here on Conscious YouTube Academy, but also books that I've read from different people. Joseph Murphy. Man, I have so many books at home, I can't even remember a lot of the names, a lot of the books. I'll take a few pictures, or maybe even just like when I get back home, I'll put some in the description box. But they're very powerful and they work. So if you guys need to do that, 3 of them, definitely self-help, self-affirmation with your own voice. Create one, all right, with your own voice at night while you're asleep. Candle magic, and going out into nature, because when you're in nature, you already know the plants, they helped you to the plants, the trees, they help you to raise your vibrational frequency. But also while you're on the ground, on the grass, that also helps you to like get rid of a lot of like toxins in your body, free radicals, and all of those beautiful good things that the body needs. And you're not going to get that if you're staying at home cooped up under TVs or just doing having repetitive behaviors that are not really helping you in any way. All right, we are made out of dirt, water, fire, air, all of those beautiful things in our spirit within God that we all have been blessed with, is all within us. So you definitely want to go and play with all those elements. All right, nature, earth babies. Shout outs to you guys. Everybody needs to get down with the earth, with nature. So yeah, that was my little spiel for today. I was gonna say something, but I'm not, because I say it all the time, and then I don't stay consistent, and then I hold myself accountable, and then I don't stay consistent even more. So until next time, thank you guys for watching.